Good morning everyone. Today we are discussing about the another topic of the first unit of subject CBM 365 robotics in medicine. That the topic is robotic components and degrees of freedom. Here we discussed about various components used in the robot and certain degrees of freedom. After completing this, you must able to understand about the robotic components and degrees of freedom. So, what is robotic components? It is a subsystem. If we want that elements to create the entire robot and certain hardware components to move the robot. The a robot as a system consists of following elements which are integrated together to form a whole. First is manipulator or rover. This is the main body of the robot which consists of links, joints and other structural elements of the robot. Without other elements, the manipulator alone is not a robot. Next is end effector. End effector means what? The end part of the hand or end part of the hand. It may be a tool, a gripper, etc. According to our needs and requirement, it may vary. So this is the part that is connected to the last joint of the manipulator and that generally handles object, makes connection to other machines or perform required task. In most cases, all they supply is a simple gripper. Generally, the hand of a robot have provisions for attaching specialty and effectors that are specifically designed for a purpose. Certain examples of these end effectors are welding torches, paint spray, guns, glue laying devices, and parts handlers are but a fewer examples. Next is actuators. We have get some electrical pulses from the signal. So we have to convert it into action or motion. For that we have to use the actuators. Actuators are the muscles of the manipulator. The controller sends signal to actuators which in turn move the robot's joints and link. Common type of certain type of actuators are servo motor, stepper motor, pneumatic actuators and hydraulic actuators. Other novel actuators are used in specific situation. Actuators are under the control of the controller. Next is sensor. So we have to get the data from the environment or sense something from the environment by using certain type of sensors. Next is controller. It is the brain part of the system. All the action carried out by using this controller. So the controller receives its data from the processor, controls the motion of the actuators and coordinate the motion with the sensory feedback information. Next is processor. So it is the brain of the robot. It calculates the motion of the robotic joints based on the program it runs, determines how much and how fast each joints may move. The processor is generally a computer which work like all the computer but is dedicated to this purpose. Next is software. By taking action of the robot according to the predetermined software. So certain programming languages are used to program our robot. Next topic is degrees of freedom. What is a degrees of freedom? The number of movements a robot can or mechanical system can perform. In three-dimensional space, a rigid body has 6 degrees of freedom, including the 3 translational motion and 3 rotational motion. So each robotic joint contributes at least 1 degrees of freedom. Higher degrees of freedom enable robot to perform complex tasks. So we have two type of degrees of freedom: translational and rotational. Translational means linear movement or straight movement. Rotational means angular movement. Basic motion of a rigid body, it is translational. In x-axis it may be forward or backward. In translational it is y-axis left or right. Translational in z-axis up and down. Rotation in x-axis it is twisting. Rotation in y-axis it is tilting. Rotation in z-axis it is turning. So type of joints and their degree. Revolutionary joint, it has a rotational motion and it consists of 1 degrees of freedom. For prismatic joint, it has linear sliding and it consists of 1 degree of freedom. And spherical joint, it has multi-directional, it has 3 degrees of freedom. And cylindrical joint, it is rotation plus translation, it has 2 degrees of freedom. So that's all about the robotic components and degrees of freedom. Hope all of you understood about it. Thank you.